Welcome, Buttheads, to episode 8 of the Butt Hurt Owens Valley podcast. I am Chase Little.
Hi, buddy. I'm James Truhls.
We're going to dive right into the pizza first thing, so that way it's nice and warm for us. We got permission from Pizza Factory to put their name out there, and that's what we're going to give a try today. We got our little scorecards here.
I am ready.
Did we file away the other one with the important paperwork, Jesse? It's back there behind us. That's where the important paperwork goes.
That is where the important paperwork file is.
I'm just out of curiosity. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I gave them a total of Schlamenhose. Gave Schlamenhose a total of 28 last episode.
That's a pretty looking pie.
Yeah. Truhls, I think you were 34
I think I was
on Schlamenhose.
30, yeah, something like that.
34, 35, something.
Beautiful cheese pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful cheese pizza.
Let's see that pepperoni. You got a couple of fat guys back here, too, so this is hard for us.
Yeah, this is actually part of our fun. We get to eat pizza in front of the fat people.
Right? I mean,
Your resident fat guys, Jesse Steele and Kevin McCormick, behind here producing the show.
I cannot wait for this because the only thing I had today was a half a sandwich.
This is going to ruin my diet, just so you guys know. Okay. The problem is this the pizza I grew up on?
Sure.
So I'm always like 10 out of 10 every time I eat it.
I understand.
I am 100% the same with Pizza Factory.
Dude, like, it's hard to beat. Like, even like, you know, you go out, even like I went to Little Italy once in San Diego. I was just the whole time I was like, yeah, it's not as good as Pizza Factory.
Man, that's good, bro.
You can't beat it.
I don't care who you are. That's good.
Eat some pizza, you guys.
The thing about the pepperoni is, see how the pepperoni is crisp on the edges?
It's the key.
It is so key in their marinara. It's wildly good.
See, it's hard to be fair with the scoring. That's my biggest.
Score it how you feel it, bro.
I appreciate you saying that. It's just it's hard to be. It's hard to be objective, you know. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna blaze through this guy.
My thought on it while you're doing that is like, it's my favorite too because I grew up on it. That's what we all grew up on.
Right.
You know, the arcade was there and all that stuff. You know, speaking of nostalgia, and so it's hard not to say this is the best pizza. It's not a gourmet pizza. Of course, it's not. There's no one that's going to say it is. But to me, it's the best one. But you know, if you're like, say we're talking about like an upper crust or someone that's more of a high-end place, well, of course it's a better pizza.
Right.
But is it? You know what I mean? Like, I'd prefer this over a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I would actually. I make pizza at home, and I really like it. I would say that theirs is probably better for especially certain things, but like I make like certain. I'll get into it later. But this is Pizza Factory crust. I mean, how much did it cost us?
I don't remember.
Okay.
2 medium pizzas, 40 plus, I think.
Just because it was, you know, value for money.
Oh yeah, 40. It was 2 medium pizzas. I can look. I think it was 40.
You tipped 50%, by the way, because I picked them up. So.
Good job. Good job.
This is a dragon I have chased across the West Coast, by the way. And just to piggyback off your point about maybe it's not a bougie pizza. I'd rather watch a Rambo movie than a Woody Allen movie any day of the week. Absolutely. So.
I completely agree.
Yeah. This I feel like I'm home again. I want to play some Turtles or NBA Jam right now.
I couldn't help it. I gave it 4s across the board.
4s
with a total score of 40.
Yeah.
And that's the highest score so far.
That is the highest score so far. I'm bad at math, so
what's the maximum?
The maximum is 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 10 different categories with a score of 1 through 5. So crust, sauce, cheese, toppings, freshness, presentation, temperature, flavor balance, value for money, and overall satisfaction. So
mine was not far behind yours.
No?
Nope. Crust 3.5. It gets a little chewy. I love the flavor of it, but it gets a little tough to bite through. Sauce 4. It's hard not to give it a 5. I've had a better out there, but definitely not anywhere in town. Cheese. It is a very powerful mozzarella, right?
It is.
It carries a lot of flavor through it. I gave the cheese a 3 because just as a cheese pizza, the flavor is overpowering the sauce, and I want more sauce.
Oh,
Always more sauce.
The flavor of the cheese.
Always more sauce, please. Always. When I order a pizza, I always do pepperoni pizza, extra pepperoni, extra sauce, well done. That's how I always order my.
But these
Pizza
are just
Factory.
normal. This is
100%
just how
normal,
it is.
straight how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
No fancy
how
stuff.
they would do it with
Toppings
no custom.
3.5. It was great presentation. There's nothing wrong with them. Freshness 4. Presentation 5 because that cheese pizza was beautiful, man.
Well, and
the
also how you
pepperoni-
mentioned earlier how the
It's
pepperonis
gorgeous.
crisp up like that. That's a great
This
presentation.
little thing right here, so you can.
Yeah. Nom, 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 nom.
Make ASMR butt hurt.
So good. Temperature 4. Flavor balance 4. Value for money 3. It is on the higher end side of things. Overall satisfaction 4 for a grand total of 38. And tell me if I'm wrong, people, because I'm bad at math.
Nice. Okay, I got a quick Pizza Factory thing to think about. So, what was your favorite arcade game when the Pizza Factory was over there by Taco Bell?
Area 51.
Area 51, 100%.
I don't know if you know this, but I carried the high score in Area 51 for the entire existence of that.
Nice.
Always.
I did not know
was
that.
JET.
But Area 51 was mine too.
I mean, was there other games in there? I thought it was just that one.
There was. They had Ninja Turtles in there. I mean, they had RoboCop. They had Ninja Turtles. There was a lot of
fucking,
classics that
mini
rolled through there.
basketball game for a
Oh
minute.
yeah, I'm joking.
I got
Yeah,
my Tony
I
Hawk,
mean-
it was Christmas 1987. Bones Brigade Slam, hitting at the time. I got a Tony Hawk model board,
Nice.
and it was brand new. My dad said, "Don't ride it to Pizza Factory," and I did, and it got stolen.
Swiped. Yep.
Stolen.
Yeah, my
Day one.
my Game Boy Color I bought for myself back in the day got stolen at the bowling alley, man. My mom said, "Don't bring it." I was going to little kid's birthday party or whatever.
I think that I remember most about Pizza Factory.
That's what I bought myself for being, a star in a movie.
Well, my girlfriend worked there too.
Because I got paid, so
You were a star in a movie?
I was the star.
He
What
used to
movie?
be Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Another Life.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense.
I was in Gone in 60 Seconds, bro.
Yeah.
I was. Seriously.
Okay.
The go-kart scene?
Yeah.
The Nicolas Cage one.
Yes.
Yeah, the go-kart scene down there was filmed down there in Independence.
Get out of town.
And they called the motorcycle shop when we used to have one here and asked if they knew of any kids that could drive go-karts.
Legitly.
Yeah.
You're not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be like, oh, I'm just fucking with you.
No, 100%. I was in that
Wow,
movie.
bro.
Yeah.
Wow. That's rad, man.
Yeah,
Did you
I
get
got-
royalties?
No, I got like $700 for doing it for 3 days in a row, going down to Independence.
And you're just down there going, yeah.
Rip
And I
it
get paid.
To be honest, I didn't get to drive the actual go-karts because my feet wouldn't fit in the. There was the way it was shaped. There was a metal bottom, and there was a metal bar welded across like this for the cage, or the frame of it, and my foot wouldn't go underneath it.
Oh, lame.
Yeah, so I didn't get to drive the go-karts, but I was in the movie, and I did get paid $700.
That's rad.
So that was cool.
You want to take care of some housekeeping real quick?
Fine.
Fine.
And then I want to talk about the pizza I made, and I want to talk about how you guys ruined my diet. So
Oh, poor little more. Oh, it's so sad. Pobrecito. Merch, yo. We got merch, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We do have a website. We do have a store. Please, if you feel, jump on there, maybe buy something. It is B.H.O.V at EasternSierraNow.com, and each and every episode could be sponsored by you or you.
I'm not going to sponsor an episode.
I might.
Oh.
Anyways, it's a great way to reach out this is the premier podcast of the Eastern Sierra, I have to say.
Everybody's watching it, dude.
I'm
I
proud.
get a lot of hits.
I am very proud.
There's other great advertising slots with Eastern Sierra Now. You can always reach out to them directly, easternsierranow.com, correct? And, of course, our website is B.H.O.V.easternsierranow.com if you want to reach out to us. Also, if you're not a business and you want to support the podcast, you can donate at patreon.com/Eastern Sierra Now.
So there are sponsors like Astorga's Bishop Vet for your campaign on Eastern Sierra Now. Peak IV is another one. So this is gaining traction.
Yeah.
That's rad, man.
Yeah, Manners in talks right now. Bunch of places.
Yep.
Yeah, it's growing.
Did you plug the email? info@Eastern Sierra Now.
Nope, did
Yeah.
not.
Any of this stuff you can reach out at info, and that's
Okay. info@easternsierranow. At Eastern Sierra Now.
yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for the social media quote and audit. Yeah, that's
yeah.
something that Eastern Sierra Now is doing. If you have a business, or I mean, even if you just have a private one, I guess.
Sure, if you want to pay somebody to do your social media, I'm game.
If you're trying to be like an influencer or something.
There's influencers out here, bro. I've met them. They come to the shop. What up, Doug?
You know what? You know what I've noticed a lot about influencers, especially, is a lot of them have like different colored hair. You know, like blues, greens, pinks, whatever.
A lot of them wear like extensions and a lot of makeup.
And see, I really appreciate them for doing that
Why?
because immediately when I see them, like, I know I don't want to talk to you.
Why?
It's just you can tell when you see somebody and they have like a wild color hair. You know,
Love those people, bro.
Wow.
Legitly. Like those are some of my most favorite people on the planet. Oof. For real. They're great.
I guess misery loves company, huh?
When am I ever miserable, bro? That's
Ooh, or a vegan. If someone's like, I'm vegan, you're like, well, don't want to talk to you anymore.
it's just a choice, man. It's like smoking, Marlboros instead of Camels. Like, who cares?
Well, I mean, people that smoke the right cigarette, Marlboros, they care.
So opinionated. You're so opinionated in your young age. I love that. I miss that about myself. I used to be very opinionated, and now I'm just really.
Now you just fall for anything, huh?
I am accepting. Everybody knows Truhlsy. Everybody knows how accepting I am, and it's just what I am.
So I made pizza last night because
I make pizza.
My fiance and
I
I were
challenge
on
you to a pizza off. At the end of
you're
this,
gonna lose.
this is it. At the very end of all of this, I'm gonna make a pizza. Chase is gonna make a pizza. We're gonna eat each other's pizzas, and then we're gonna vote on those too.
Anyway,
Crushing you.
I made it. Me and my fiance did this like meal train for a family here in town. So last night was our turn to make the pizza, which I couldn't have any of because, like I told you guys, you're ruining my diet.
What diet are you on?
I've just been doing this thing.
Carnivore.
No, it's not carnivore, and I don't even know what you would call it because I'm eating only meat, fruits, and vegetables. What is that one?
That's paleo.
Paleo.
Is that what that is?
Yep.
I just find that it just makes me feel better.
For sure.
I'm not trying to lose weight or anything. It's just like it just makes me feel better.
I guess I have grains in mind because I eat quinoa.
Okay.
It's embarrassing to say the number of pounds that I've lost.
Right.
68.
Since when?
That's awesome.
68.
Since when?
Since the height of my alcoholism. Legit.
Oh, okay. So for about
before we ever met.
So about a year.
Yeah.
Before we ever met.
Well, not ever, but
Yeah.
before
We
we
lived next door to each other.
fell in love with each other on this podcast. Those dreamy eyes of yours.
Oh man. All right.
Let's get into some Butt Hurt, homie. Were you ready to get into this?
Yeah, I want to hear the one that you got there.
This one really kind of chapped my hide. Thieves at large, please share. Hi, everyone. I just got on this page today to ask for help from Bishop community. My dad owns Bishop Coins and Collectibles, 106 North Main Street, just right down the street from Ascent Bishop, where I work at. Yesterday, he got robbed by this couple who came into the shop. They ended up walking away with a sizable amount of gold coins. So there's pictures up. That is horrible.
Did you read the whole thing? Because if you read the whole thing, there's part of it in there that I'm like, okay, so how did that happen? Because it says something about how the couple left to go get money. Like, there's no way that the owner of that shop let them. Oh yeah, just come right back. Take the coins with you. Come right. Like that's not.
They
what
ended up
happened,
walking
right?
away with a sizable amount of gold coins. They said they were coming back to pay for, but in reality, shoplifted.
So was he like, yeah, take them with you, come back?
No, there's no way. I know the owner. There's no way.
Yeah, like
So they had to have had some on the counter, most likely, hypothetically thinking,
Right.
like there was some, they took some, we're going to be back to pay for these, left with the ones they stole,
right.
most likely.
Yeah, that makes more sense. 'Cause
that-
like, why would you ever let somebody leave?
That's horrible, man. But there's pictures up.
I did the one about the about the scam apartment listings. So are people really like clicking on these things and sending
my
people
God.
deposits for these apartments?
Are you part of Bishop 411? Big Pine 411?
No.
There's always somebody on there posting about the scam jobs.
Oh.
And the transportation is always transportation provided. And then when it doesn't say transportation provided, I said, but what about the transportation? I always call them. It's a scam. We all know that.
Yeah.
We all know that.
But I mean, are people really sending money to these people?
I hope not. Really hope not. We have one. I'm butthurt that I didn't get the name information from a young woman a couple of weeks ago when I was in Spartan Final. My hip and knee were just killing me. In my cart, a young woman came up, told me about using CBD oil, blah, blah, blah. We have it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you don't know this, and I haven't said it before on the podcast, I work at a scent dispensary. We have Mary's Medicinals. So if you are looking for any pain relief in any form, cannabis can be the answer.
Is that FDA approved?
Bro. No, sir. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Not FDA approved.
Then, I mean, I would trust it, honestly.
Right? In all honesty.
I mean, the FDA approved the COVID vaccine, so I trust your stuff more than that.
I mean, like, let's think of the things that are approved by the FDA.
Oh, dude, Red 40, right?
So many things. Like Adderall.
Yeah.
Adderall
Yeah.
is like literally just speed.
Dude,
Yeah.
remember when they were just like the doctors were giving out opioids like they were candy?
I was one of those
And
victims.
everybody was like, "Yeah, it's FDA approved."
Legitly, bro. When I had
Don't put this cream on your back.
I had 2 surgeries on my wrist to pull out all of the proximal bones, and they gave me oxys and Percocets and Ambien,
All 3?
all 3.
Man, you had just
Kick down.
a week or what?
Dude, it was the craziest thing, man, because Ambien gives you these Ambien naps, they call them, an Ambien nap. I had several. So, like, 2 weeks into me living in Humboldt.
Well, real quick before you tell that story, tell just for people who don't know what an ambient nap
Ambient nap,
like
so
basically what it is.
So I think the most famous case that I can think of is there was like a governor, and like he shows up at nighttime to the Capitol building in Washington D.C. to go to work, and runs into the stop, right? And he tries to get out in a suit, going to work. Security guard detains him, puts him in the cell, and then he kind of wakes up out of it and is like, "What am I doing here?"
So it's like sleepwalking.
Like 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
But with like perfect clarity.
right.
Perfect clarity.
It happened to a friend of mine one time actually.
Dude, I'm in the store, been in Humboldt for 2 weeks. Down the street, I live in the ghetto. There was a drive-by that same week down the street from my house. So I'm in the store, and this dude comes up to me. He's like, "What's up, James?" And I'm like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Yeah, remember I'm so-and-so. You came to my house, man. We were having a party, and you just kind of knocked on the door and wanted to party with us, and you partied with us, and it was fun." And I'm like, "What?"
And that while you're
Wow.
on ambient.
Ambien.
Yeah, actually, a friend of mine showed up to this wedding I was at one time. I called him at like midnight. I was like, "Hey, come pick me up." He goes, "Okay." And he pulls up, and we all pile in his car. We end up going to my mom's house, and we keep drinking. And then I left, and I went home. And he woke up. He had to be at work. He was, a shift worker, and he had to be at work at like 4:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And he woke up in my mom's backyard at like 8:00 in the morning.
Jesus.
And was like, "Where's this?"
That's what it's like, man.
He drove from his house. He lived all the way out by Manor Market. Drove from his house into town over to my mom's house, right over that way.
Yep.
And then went home. Well, didn't go home, obviously.
Yeah.
Because he woke up in my mom's backyard.
Stayed in the backyard.
But he drove.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I met a couple different people that allegedly knew me that I had no recollection of at all. So this next one, you got one?
Yeah, I do have. You go ahead though.
Okay, this next one is a pretty touching one because today we are wishing a happy retirement to an absolute legend of the Bishop Fire Department, Chief Pat O'Neill. Chief Pat O'Neill grew up in Station 1, but officially joined in 1971 when he turned 18. He has faithfully served this community for 53 years. That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
Held every position
Now he doesn't
possible.
even get to use the big chairs or the big screen TVs.
I hope, I hope somebody bought him a couple. We need to open up a GoFundMe so we can get him the biggest and the baddest of those chairs and TVs. Held every position probationary firefighter, from probationary firefighter to chief. He has been a teacher, a mentor, and a friend to many. To say he will be missed is an absolute understatement. We hope Chief O'Neill has a fun and relaxing retirement. Thank you, Chief O'Neill.
Thank you, Chief O'Neill. Extremely butthurt, some a-hole kids have been harassing my grandmother, pounding on and trying to kick her door in. Now they have the audacity to graffiti her windows. These kids are doing this are most likely in high school because her apartment always gets messed with right around 3:30.
Bro, how did I miss this
He
one?
lives in the back, kind of by the school, I guess, and there was pictures on here, and we'll put them up. My question is, I mean, what did she do? You know, I mean, kids don't just run around vandalizing things for no reason.
do.
You know? Is she casting spells? Is she a witch?
Oh. I was just waving, man, not casting a spell.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
They're not the droids you're looking for.
Tom Cruise,
Bro,
save me
like
with
the
your
random
witchcraft.
acts of freaking vandalism that I might or might not have done when I was a kid, they were just that random. And when my kids, ding dong ditching is huge, right? It made a huge comeback like right after COVID. And they told me one night that they were coming, we ding dong ditched. And I was just like, okay. So think of your grandpa, right? Grandpa Joe, just the sweetest of the men ever, hanging out, can't hear good, can't really get around very well, watching whatever he's watching, and then just boom, 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 boom. It would scare the life out of that man.
Yeah.
And I was like, how would you feel if Grandpa Joe came tomorrow morning and was just like, somebody banged on my door and it was startling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you know, ding dong ditching and toilet papering and egging and all that stuff, you know. I mean, if you guys quit messing with them kids, they probably won't do that stuff.
Yeah, that's so true. Okay, what else do I got, man? I can't believe I missed that one, though.
Well, this episode is brought to you by Astorga's Mexican Restaurant.
Yeah.
They got really great food. You can order online to speed up the process. It's pretty cool.
I do it all the time, man.
They actually, their social media page is ran by Eastern Sierra now, so anybody out there who follows their social media pages, Astorga's.
What's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish out
From
there?
Astorga's. Shrimp fajitas. Dude, the shrimp fajitas, bro,
Yeah.
insanely good. The shrimp are massive.
I have to be honest.
Like Andre the Giant's thumb. That's how big they are. You get like 6 of them.
6 thumbs?
6 Andre the Giant thumbs. They're so good. They're so good.
I think it's been almost a year since I've eaten there last.
What?
Yeah,
Dude, I think after the
You have
pizza...
to drive all the way out there?
There's so many different variations of the Mexican cuisine in Bishop. I think after pizza, we should move on to Mexican cuisine.
Like tacos? That's very offensive.
To who?
You know, the culture you're appropriating.
Bro, get out of here. Okay, I'm finding that butthurt.
You got
I am butthurt about all the locked, it says green, but I know they mean
yeah.
green gates on the river. Poster concreted in, so it is permanent. What's DWP's deal? Bro, they can own everything.
Like where the road is eroding, and they don't want anybody driving.
Down by the ropes, the old ropes.
They don't want anybody driving there. So
I haven't even been probably
get swept into the river.
Right. It's been since the big runoff. What was that? 2 years ago now?
Yeah,
2 years ago. I haven't been and looked over the sandhill to see how bad it actually is there.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I don't know if it's passable or not. But that's what they do. They're trying to protect people. There's just too many flatlanders that come up here and will get close and then, fall in the river, and then they might have to take more extreme steps to prevent people from hurting themselves. You got to nerf the world these days. You know what that means, right?
Nerf bow and arrow.
Just wrap everything in Nerf, and then everyone's going to be just fine. And you can't see their blue hair either, so you would be able to talk to a lot more people. Okay, this one. I am not really butthurt, but how about a slow clap for McDonald's? Can I get a slow clap? Slow clap for McDonald's for their billboard advertising soft serve with the phrase, "Can't make this up." Yes. And yes, this is the advertisement. You can't make this up. And yes, our machines work too. That's just awesome. That is the new customer service.
I would like to point out I went there to get an iced tea today because I was being a good boy and not eating bullshit. Mm-hmm. Every one of their ice cream things was crossed off and said, "We'll be back soon." So I was going to say, wait a minute. I saw a billboard in Big Pine that said, I was going to be like, false advertising.
Glad I brought that one up.
Yep.
You got any more?
No, people have been letting me down lately, man. You know, and that's just the honest truth. Nobody's mad at anybody, and that upsets me. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. I feel like the page, it's Butt Hurt Owens Valley, right? Every time someone posts on there and says "not Butt Hurt," I'm like, not reading it. Like, why not?
It's my fault, dog. You can blame me because I changed the direction.
I do.
Blame me directly.
I do.
You could tell me to you, James Edward Truhls, right now if you want to.
I'm not going to say that. That's rude.
Okay.
I do want to know your middle name.
I do want to. Well, that's why, and that the Area 51, why it was JET, because those are my initials, James Edward Truhls.
Jet.
I'm going to shout out to Aiden. Again, he has a post up here. Don't be butthurt if your car is dirty. I do vehicle details for a great price. That guy crushes the car cleaning business.
I like it.
Yeah. I do have, it looks like one came in on the website, and this pertains to you.
Oh, the bad news?
The bad
news.
So it's bad news for me?
Didn't see that coming.
Well, we're going to find out right now. The Barbecue Bowl. Hey, everyone. I need to apologize for the time I borrowed the bowl from Barbecue Bill's and put it on the school roof as a senior prank.
Oh, we were just talking about that.
We were just talking about
Was
this.
that
I
last
saw
episode?
Chase talking about it on
episodes ago?
B.H.O.V podcast, and I realized I should apologize about that. I'm not going to say my name, but it wasn't just me. It couldn't just be one person.
Well, that's an obvious
That's
statement.
Right. Like, there's a lot you have to do to get that thing down, like ropes and
the
pulleys.
Fact that whoever wrote that, it couldn't have been just them, because they wouldn't be able to figure out by themselves.
What people don't know. What people don't know, to get on the roof, we had to break into the school, go through the auditorium, carry it through the rafters in the attic. Once on the roof, we saw some janitor. We said, they seen a janitor in the quad area, and they freaked out. Climbed back. We climbed it back in, and our friend, we call him Jimmy, not me. We didn't get back to the attic before we shut the door. We got all the way back out to school and hightailed it out of their house before we realized he was stuck. So that all happened. Jimmy, there's more. We left Jimmy. Luckily, they were cooler back then. We left Jimmy. We went back for him. Jimmy had fessed up. called down to the janitors. They got him out, but not the bull off the roof. To Jimmy's credit, he didn't rat any of us out. So somebody knows who actually did it if he got caught. Them janitors might be cool.
I feel like
Could be, dude. You guys remember Rainbird?
I feel like we need to talk
That's what I was
to
gonna
Jimmy.
say.
Oh yeah.
Y'all remember Rainbird?
Yeah.
Did you get
Legend.
caught by Rainbird or Bruce?
Legend.
Those were
Rainbird.
the two.
So this is story time now. I got expelled from
That's not surprising.
Bishop Union High School. I got expelled because I was guilty by association. We had art class, and what was Val's last name? Y'all remember Val's last name? He was the art teacher. Val Conley. Pulled it out of my freaking memory. Val Conley, he was famous because he painted hockey masks for like the Florida Panthers or something like that. That was his claim to fame. Really talented artist. He was gone. Me and a couple other people I know, one of them was like, we're going to go over to the bathroom. Come with us. And I was just like, yeah, man, bathroom break. So we went in there and they pulled out a sack and a pipe and packed a bowl. And we're like, let's smoke some reefer. And I was like, It was before I really was like a stoner, right? And those dudes were. And I kind of wanted to be cool, but I was like, all right, man, I'm going to take a leak. So they go into this is in the basement bathroom.
Okay.
Main building, basement bathroom, install, and start sparking it up. I'm using the bathroom. Rainbird walks in. He walks past me because I'm tucked in the corner, past me, sitting there, and I look up and I'm just like, oh, shit. And I'm playing it cool, finish, zip up, pretend to wash my hands, and I'm walking out. And I think when I walked out, I caught that reefer smell and drug it past him, right? So I'm out the door, and Rainbird is like, hey! And I just, as fast as I could, left campus, ran away.
Well, at least you didn't seem guilty.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
I was so scared, bro. I didn't know what to do, right? I was scared in my mind because I thought I was guilty because I was going to smoke with those dudes, and I just couldn't because, like, Rainbird came in and busted us, so... Yes. So I run away. I ran to my house, was close by. I called my mom. I told her what happened. She's like, you have to go back, stupid. Like, she didn't call me stupid. She's a wonderful person. But she's like, you have to go back. Like, you can't run away from the scene of a crime, right? Like, you just
Were
can't
these guys
do
already
that.
gone? These guys
No.
were...
So they were in the bathroom. I left. Rainbird walked, grabbed him, snatched him up, took him to Craig Chudy's office. So I go back. And I walk in and I'm just like, hey, this happened. And Craig's waiting for me. They already know. I don't think I was ratted out, but Rainbird knew who I was.
Well, yeah.
Right? So
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
how many
in there,
kids were in your graduating class? Because mine was like 100 something.
something like that, $120.
Yeah.
Well, and then in my graduating
got-
class from Palisade, because I am a
Yeah,
Pally
you got
Panther. Go Panthers!
And I think, Jesse, what'd you have? 10? Your senior year?
13,
Big Pine?
I think, by the time we finished. But we had 30 in 6th grade. What's up?
Oh, these piners. So anyways, I go in, I talk to Craig. I'm just like, it wasn't me. And then I tell him the story. And in the end, whoever is like the head of getting you in trouble, like there's the DA gets involved, right? Because I already had like...
The DA? The district attorney?
Yeah, well, yeah, because you get like...
Oh, yeah.
Possibly...
This is 1974?
Right. It's pot charges. Seriously. It was the first cannabis ever harvested and used by humans. That's how old I am, dog.
I want to hear...
You know what it
You
was?
should've just made some rope.
This was dude, this was brickweed, dog. This was Mexican brickweed that sometimes would look like the shape of a tire.
My grandfather was the first person to ever get busted with marijuana in Inyo County.
I love your grandpa.
That's true.
Yeah, and he went to jail. When he went to jail, it was where that across from Great Basin Bakery.
Oh, yeah.
That's
wow.
where-
Yeah,
that's where it
the
was.
Bishop jail.
Yeah, and he was in there for like, I think he always told, every time he told the story it was different. So he either said 2 or 3 months he was in jail. And the judge came in one day, was walking by. He goes, "What are you still doing in here?" My grandma goes,
Jesus
"They won't
Christ.
let me out."
Oh my
He's
God.
like, he told him to leave. He let him out.
That's wild, bro.
It'd be so much
Yeah.
better to live in those days.
Oh man, yeah.
Why did I tell the story that I got expelled for?
Because
Oh,
the
probably-
janitors. They were talking about the janitors.
Marijuana affects the memory.
Because we were talking about possibly it was Rainbow.
Yeah, maybe you
song.
should quit the marijuana.
Yeah, bro, never gonna happen. Come visit me at Ascent from 8 to 8, Monday through Friday. I'm sorry, just kidding.
Monday
Keep
through
going.
Sunday,
No,
right?
we're Monday through Sunday. Yeah, Ascent is open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 365 days a year.
Wow.
Yep.
And you're there every single one of them?
So happy, dude. A great thing happened with I hired another bartender so I can have some time off. Yep. It's a really neat.
You get, what, 1 day off a week now?
I get two. Two.
Nice.
Wednesday, frickin' Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yep. I hired an awesome young bartender to help us out. The ship has been pretty well turned around since I took over. And I need some time off, man. It's been 3.5 months.
So we got some feedback on that episode we were talking about. Actually,
Nice segue.
Barbecue Bills. We had some feedback on it, and people wanted to talk about more nostalgia. And one of the main ones that I was sent, anyways, was
Let's do. Yeah, we can do nostalgia, and I got one more of these.
okay.
Yep.
Was Imperial Gourmet, but back when it was located at the plaza.
yeah, bro.
Up the stairs.
Up to take the elevator, man.
Hell yeah.
That was my favorite thing, dog. Riding the elevator to go to Imperial Gourmet for like the Sunday buffet when I was a kid. Vanessa, I miss Vanessa. She was rad. She was absolutely
That was
rad.
the best restaurant back then.
I have a great story about Imperial Gourmet.
Tell me.
Hold tight. It's going to take a minute. So, I was down in Bakersfield, and I was on my way back. My buddy in high school he did a rodeo. Like, I think he did saddle broncs or bareback broncs, whatever it was. We were down in Bakersfield. We were coming back. We're driving 395, and we were basically like right off of, when you're coming through from Bakersfield and you go through Lake Isabella, and then, basically right where the 395 you come together, right? So we're driving along, look over. This is my junior year of high school, I want to say, senior year. Look over, two really pretty girls driving this car, right? And I'm driving. Cody's asleep in the passenger seat. So I get him to wake up, and before you know it, they're passing write on a piece of paper and passing notes from car to car, right?
That's what it used to be. So you're old too, bro. People don't do that anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, dude, I didn't even see a wireless controller until I was a man. So anyway, I ended up getting the girl's number that was in the passenger seat, right?
Dope.
And so,
Was she hot?
Huh?
Was she hot?
Oh yeah, she
Look
was
at him.
Sweet.
Yeah, duh.
Sure. Come on.
I'm gonna have to say that.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
No, she was a total grenade. So anyway, I ended up giving her a call, and this was a Sunday. We were driving back, and I talked to her. I think it was Tuesday, and then I took her out Friday after school. So just from talking to her on the phone, she didn't live here. Her dad lived here. She lived in Southern California. She was up here visiting her dad.
Best kind.
Right? It was great. So she gives me the address, lives back over there behind where Rite Aid was.
Yeah.
Like Lazy A, Bear Creek, that area.
Yeah.
I get there.
It's my hood.
And I'm knocking on the door, and the door kind of just opens a little bit. Like, yeah, not like a fucking haunted house. Anyway. I knock on the door kind of opens a little bit, and I'm like, hello? This massive dude, like, and I was probably, 110 pounds soaking wet when I was...
You're still not the biggest guy in the world.
Thanks, man. And this huge dude comes walking down the hallway, like, those houses that are back there where it's like, there's like a foyer, the kitchen's right here, the living room is like right here, down
100%.
some steps, and then there's a hallway that goes out.
Yeah, yeah. I live in one of those.
So he walks out of the hallway, and he's just massive, dude. He's got tattoos all over. He's got this big beard, shaved head, and just yoked. And I'm like, he doesn't say anything. And I'm like, is I think her name was Sarah, I want to say. Like, okay, is Sarah here? And he says, yeah. And he turns around and walks back down the hallway. I'm like, all right. So I feel I get in the house. He's walking down the hallway, and like as I come more into the foyer, there's a wheelchair in the middle of the living room, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, huh, look at that. He comes walking down the hallway carrying this girl.
Oh, Jesus.
Just like this. And I'm like, well, she's beautiful, right? Well, I can't rightfully just leave. You know what I mean?
Especially because she didn't have blue hair.
She did not. She did not have blue hair. So anyway, we put this chick in the wheelchair. I push her out to the truck. I load her up in the truck. I grab the wheelchair, I fold it up, and I put it in the bed, right?
Okay. This better not be one of your dumb joke stories.
My dumb joke stories?
You take it deep, and then you're like, no, I'm just kidding.
We're driving. I'm really trying to open up to you here.
Thank you. This is it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Driving. Anyway, long story short, she wants to go to Imperial Gourmet,
Bet.
right?
Let's go.
We get there. Of course, the elevator isn't working.
Oh, my God.
She doesn't weigh nothing. I carry her up. If she weighs like maybe 65, 80 pounds, right?
Yeah.
I carry her up the flight of stairs. We ordered some drinks. This is where it gets interesting. She orders like a virgin margarita or whatever.
Okay.
Well, after we eat, she's kind of
Sure.
a little loose. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
From the Virgin?
well, I take a sip of hers, and they were making it legit.
Oh,
and bro, like
no.
this girl does not look a day over 16. I'm
Oh, no.
so I'm like, this ain't good. So I pay the bill. I get her down the stairs, and she just like she drank like 2.5 of them. So she's like progressively getting more and more drunk, right? And her dad said she has to be home by 9:30. So I'm trying to get her home before 9:30. Dude, I'm parked down the street in my truck. It's 9:25, and she's passed out drunk in my passenger seat.
Oh, my God.
So I stay parked down the street. I grab the wheelchair. I grab her. I put her in the wheelchair. I push her down to the house. I leave the wheelchair in the little space that's like the lawn, the small lawn between the driveway and the walkway.
Yep.
I leave it right there. I put her on the doorstep, and I ring the doorbell, and I knock really loud, and I turn around to run, and she grabs my leg, right?
Oh,
and
my
she starts
God.
pulling on it like how I'm pulling your leg. None of that ever happened. That's not a true story.
He totally caught on to you.
Because when you're telling that story, there's a fine line between enough detail and too much detail, and I went right over that line, dude, with the too much detail.
It's like the fuck you clown joke. I'm not telling it right now, but it's the same thing. If you ever see me, ask me, and I'll tell it to you. I'm not doing it on here.
Oh yeah,
But it's the same,
It's
yeah.
a great joke. Yeah.
Ask Jesse about the what?
Fuck you clown joke.
You clown joke. Do not know about.
Dude, you know how many times I've told that?
Ooh,
that
look
joke
at this.
too?
I just found one.
Everybody's like,
We're gonna throw this one up real quick. I have actually a couple things to say real quick. And
Okay,
one of them has to do with some quita. Do you know what quita is?
no.
Quita, mierda, caca, poopy.
Oh, okay.
Dude. So I'm washing the windows this morning. Right?
I know where this is going already. Yeah.
I don't know what it is that makes, well, it's the cannabis makes the dogs feel really relaxed enough to shit in front of the business, apparently.
And nobody picks it up.
So no, this time it's actually we'll see the footage. We'll show some of that footage right now. So I'm washing the windows. I think I'm leaving outside, and this girl and the dude is coming in. She opens the door. I'm kind of surprised. And I'm like, no. And I'm saying that because behind her, unbeknownst to her, is her big ass husky taking a husky sized dump right in the middle of the sidewalk. And like the boyfriend was just like, look like that. And she was like, no, I can't come in. And I'm like, no, like, no to your animal. And I pointed, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And so they both go outside. I get prepared for them to come inside. They handle like a champ. Dude puts a bag on his hand, and like it is bigger than the coffee cup, what he grabbed. Just a hot, steaming pile of
Were they white?
quita. No.
Really?
No.
Dude, because white people
Love
dog
huskies.
poop.
They
love
love
dog poop.
huskies too. White people love some huskies.
Dude,
bro.
have you ever, they put the glove on the hand, and they're like picking it up, and they're like, you know how they do that?
How is Junior's diet doing? I think I see some berries in here. He needs to digest better.
The farmer's dog is working well.
The farmer's dog.
I just heard an advertisement for that today.
This close, bro. That was a good ass advertisement because I'm this close to getting the farmer's dog. for all of
Pre-portioned?
duty.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I looked it up for my dog. It would be $400 a month. And I'm like, I ain't paying $400. I don't pay that for myself.
good thing is
I'm lying.
that
Of course I do.
they cleaned up the poop.
Yeah.
That is the good thing. And then I just reset my
Unlike
phone
the
here.
people last week.
Bro, I couldn't believe those people. So that's two every. I average a dog shit in front of the pot shop every 2 weeks.
Icky.
I just
Did you win anything on your scratchers?
Not yet. You want to scratch?
Sure.
please, because I'm going to be looking for this one and just kind of talking.
I got an inch on my couch right now. This year.
Butt Hurt, this guy is illegally dumping trash in our bins. The way he pulls up makes it look like he's a regular thing for him, having this issue every week. Come on, people, fork out that $5 to go to the dump, and it is the cheapest dump. The dump in Bishop, God bless Inyo County for keeping it cheap. The cheapest by far. When I lived in Humboldt County, it was $40 to get through the gate, and then they charge you by the pound. $40 for the minimum dump. Come back. Come on, fork over the $5 to go to the dump. We are watching. We will try to post a full video later, so I didn't see that, but there is this one.
I'm gonna, be on the opposite side of what most people are gonna say, but I mean, the trash cans are just there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
They are.
They're right there.
They are.
So, I don't know, man. If I have trash and I see a trash can, I put my trash in the
Yeah,
trash
but if
can.
it's like if you're doing it multiple times, you know what I mean?
And I see if you're paying for it and you don't want somebody else. I mean, I get that too, but at the same time,
think
it's like,
it's coins
unless
in
it's stopping you from putting your trash in the trash can that you're paying for, who really cares?
Well, it's right there at the Thomas Pilot.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's where it's at, and they have regular, like a residential
Yeah.
can right out.
Suck it, scratching.
Yeah, right out in right by the pump.
Yeah.
So like, obviously they're there for the people that pay for fuel
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
use,
that
and
makes
it looks like this guy's just pulling up and
Oh,
using the
shit.
trash
Just
can,
doing it.
But I mean, they're right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it comes with the territory. And I think saying illegally dumping trash in a trash can that's accessible to the public is a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, but they're like apparently the multiple, right? Multiple times they've had a
Right,
problem
yeah.
with the same person.
You know, if you live on the res, you can get trash services by
Who?
You're in Luck.
But you're in luck.
Oh, do we have?
Constant sponsor of our show.
Don't we have something from Your Luck that got donated? Bruh, let me see this bad boy. That's a good looking cup right there.
Yeah.
And these are sponsored?
Yeah.
Do we know if people can buy these from Your
You can
Luck?
buy those from him. And we have 3 to give away. Well, we haven't really come up with how we're going to give them away yet. So
You're
maybe
in
next
luck.
episode.
Portables and septic, 760-874-8150. That is You're in Luck. You're in Luck Potties
Are you
at
dyslexic?
gmail.com.
8105.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not the best at reading.
enough.
We've went over this. I'm not the best at reading. 760-874-8105. Once again, that is You're in Luck. Man,
I love it.
I'm glad I'm here to
There's
you guys
actually-
to laugh at me.
There's a
Oh, shit.
keychain and a sticker in here too.
Ooh, I like that.
Sticker there.
I got one more. This is this is bad news. This is to Vanessa from Donnie.
Ooh, they put their names on it.
This is Vanessa, and this will come out a week late. But no, yes, I did eat the pizza, and we had have already done that. So you're texting me right now. You know who you are. I need to be straight with you, and this is coming from Donnie. I am not going to a Corey Kent concert. Y'all know who Corey Kent is?
No.
Up and coming country singer. I looked into it. That's not my scene at all, and I know I just wouldn't enjoy it. I hope you understand. Maybe we can find something else to do together. Cheers, Donnie. Cheers.
Well, you know what? I really hope that they're not in a relationship, because if they are, she should dump him.
For not going to a concert for real?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a. So if you like different genres.
Do you know why I'm saying that?
So like Keela, like
I'm literally going to a 4-day music festival. I'm leaving Wednesday.
and
It's a country music festival. I'm camping there with 12,000 other people.
you're punk rock,
I like a lot of stuff.
but you're not country. Is it Night in the
So-
Country? Is
it's
that
not-
happening?
yeah,
Oh,
Night
fun.
in the Country,
That'll
yeah.
be fun. Well, I know a lot of people that don't seem to be in the country that end up there, and it looks like they have a good time.
Well, I went last year. It was okay, but yeah, going to a 3 or 4 day country concert is not really. I've been to plenty of one night concerts, country artists, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Corey Kent, his #1 video looks to be "Wild as Her." Born in June 21st, 1994. Jesus Christ, man. He is genre country. Sounds
like wild,
some country's
wild as
good.
herpes.
yeah.
Well, bro, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I liked it.
Make sure to check us out at bhov.easternsierranow.com. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Talk about hats. We
Oh,
have
hats.
Oh yeah, hats.
Yeah, we need
We did. We got one made.
one made.
One made.
So
we need
some more.
ideas for hats, y'all.
we
Get
had
some more.
one made, or
One
someone
idea.
submitted
One
an
idea.
idea?
Submitted.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
cool.
I still got to do that. I'm a little busy.
Yeah, do the hats. Send them to us through the website. Check out
I feel like I want to say some more
other
things.
ways that you can help support the podcast. You know, the more you can get everybody involved, the more and more we can do. The more things we can do. We can get some games going. We can do all sorts of stuff. Write in suggestions, things you guys would like us to talk about.
Ooh,
all that kind of stuff.
I do have an announcement, and this is
I
unfortunate.
knew it was going to be like this.
Due to unfortunate circumstances, I'm not going to be able to run for city council.
Oh.
I don't live in the city, and I'm not going to live in the city. I am out of city limits, and I am out of. I cannot put my hat in the race for city council, and it really does bum me out, guys, because I seriously
You think
wanted.
I should do it?
I mean,
I can put on serious hats. I'm pretty good actually at it.
it's just what Bishop needs, right? We need to think of the future of Bishop, and that is what I have in mind. Tourism, and unfortunate as it is, man, we are a tourist-based economy, and tourism is that's what is going to drive our economy.
I don't think there's anything wrong with having a tourist-based economy.
It's fine, right? It's
Dude, I don't
fine.
know. Dude, people get so mad.
So
I'm
like, there's just some
So
things.
what? They drive like idiots and they throw trash everywhere and they block up the streets and
There's a
they
lot-
smell bad.
There's a lot of going on in the city. You know what I
PCT.
mean? That there's just, and this is an offense to anybody. It is, man. This is offense to people because we have the oldest people in the world running our country. It's crazy. We take their licenses away at a certain point, and then we vote those people into Congress forever, and they run our country.
Truth.
It's bizarre. And like, I'm not saying like to
Let 'em
anybody.
cook. Let 'em cook.
To anybody. Well, I mean, and just look at the age of the people on a lot of these boards that are in Bishop. And I'm sorry. It is. If this offends you, I am very sorry. But
How do you feel about term limits?
We need term limits. Have to happen.
Right.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Please.
Right. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
But like we need young minds in charge. And no offense to anybody.
Ideas.
But we need new ideas. We need to move into the future. And Bishop needs help, man.
So should I run for city council?
100%.
I mean, I live in the city.
I definitely, as long as like you're 100% serious, the due date is very quickly. You need to establish your political direction, and I have somebody that could possibly help with the campaign.
Political direction. What does that mean?
Like, let your views known. Look and see what the problems are in the city. You know,
Dude,
start
nobody wants to know my views.
start weighing in, bro.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you're not me, but you might win.
What's your platform? Lay it out.
My platform?
Yeah.
Like, if I were to just, if I were to actually consider running for, I mean, what would my,
City council.
yeah, like what would my
You really
main
kind of have to
focus
look
be?
on the docket and like see what's going on behind the scenes.
I mean, my main focus would just be about mostly the locals here, but also making sure that our economy stayed good.
It has
because
to.
we have
There's too many empty
we have to
buildings,
have
bro.
tourists.
There's too many empty buildings.
Thank you. There's too many empty buildings. That would actually be one thing that I know that there was one person that was doing it. They were in the city council. I'm not going to put his name out there because I don't want to put him on blast, but because there are other counties and cities that charge corporations when they hold leases on buildings and they leave them empty.
I voted yes on that.
And I voted yes on that as well. And so that I would definitely.
We love you, Steve.
Yeah, I wasn't going to put him on blast.
I love
but,
that dude. He is a beautiful
I
human.
mean, if that was something he was still willing to pursue, I would definitely be would get involved with that.
I believe there might be a little bit of.
My biggest focuses would be
bureaucracy on
probably
that one.
what's that?
I think there's still like that's trying to be enacted, and it should be.
Good. It should, 100%. It should be.
We have
I don't know anybody that would be
giant
against that.
empty buildings in Bishop.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, and we're this might be news to some people. And I found this out from the horse's mouth. It's,
You're getting
it's
a tractor
verified.
outlet.
Huh?
Tractor outlet.
No.
A horse supply store.
No.
Oh.
Keep guessing.
Big Red Barn.
Nope.
I don't.
We're going to have another empty building.
A Granger. No, what's happening?
Home Lumber is going out of business.
Get the out of town, man.
Dude,
I've heard they've already sold all their stock.
they sold everything to
High cost lumber.
high cost lumber, high country lumber.
and the Red Horse. The
And I'd say
DWP
that jokingly. I know the people at home.
Red Horse leaving too?
Yeah.
Yes.
So then we'll have Red Horse,
Oh my God.
and that's the same deal. They both on DWP land, and because I asked the guys like, why didn't he like look into selling the business to a local? And DWP won't lease the land to anybody else.
DW.
D-dubs peas.
Such a necessary evil, bro. Can you imagine if DWP didn't exist and
This
LA
would be
was
Los
here?
Angeles,
It would be
yeah.
wall to wall. You would have like the Hollywood Hills would be up Sierras.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
It's a love. I've said that to everybody. It's a love-hate relationship because they took a bunch of water. They have a bunch of land.
And just to
but-
make a quick point, I say hot cost lumber and just joking. You guys rock, and I love every one of you guys.
Right. So, but yeah, DWP, at least they keep their lands open, and allow us to use them. And, you guys keep trashing it and see how long that lasts. Maybe they might close all that down too and be like, hey, you want to throw trash everywhere? Guess what? Now you ain't got no dirt to play on.
Well, I am James Truhls.
I am Chase Little. Thank you, Buttheads.
Thank you guys. Much love, no hate.
This is what Chase was fucking talking about.
Yeah.
People that get this way, you want to make sure they have different color hair.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's like seeing a fucking frog in the Amazon that's all colorful. You don't pet that fucker.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys, you're not living.